Greetings, everyone. You are tuned into the Trust and Believe Nomad Cast. I am your host, your humble host, Damon Anderson. Please continue to like, subscribe, and follow. You can find me on YouTube if you prefer the visual at Retired Master Sergeant 20. If you prefer the audio version, you can find me on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Podcast Chaser, Podcast Addict, GeoSavin, to name a few. So again, appreciate everything. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon so you can get notified of all these podcasts that will be coming out. Today is the 20th of October, 2021, here on a Wednesday, which is a way back Wednesday. But before I get to that, my opening remarks, talk about my visit to the VA yesterday. I had to go in for my 6-month checkup, and I had my blood work done a couple of days prior, right? So now the doctor can read my blood language and all those etc. So the doctor, she asked me, she said, okay, your cholesterol is real high. It is actually too high. You need to get your cholesterol down. So she asked me, I'm gonna name a list of things that may contribute to your cholesterol, and you tell me yay or nay. So she started with alcohol. I don't drink, so that was a no. She said tobacco. I said I don't use tobacco. She said smoke. I said I don't smoke. So then she went on down the list asking about desserts. I'm not a dessert person. I'm not like cakes and cookies, and I'm not really into that. But when she hit the jackpot, when she said, okay, potato chips, I was like, ding, 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 ding. That is my weakness. Anybody that knows me, and for all the new followers, my weakness when it comes to food is potato chips, French fries, and Italian food, right? And all those I just mentioned are heavy with what? Starch, right? Even we're talking about potato chips. I mean, as a youth, potato chips has always been my thing. Even now as an adult, I mean, potato chips, particularly hot potato chips. And she said, you're going to have to pretty much, either minimize your intake of potato chips or just, finish them all together. So my next appointment with her is July of 2022. And she wants to see my cholesterol down, right? And I can do it. But the problem is I grew up on these chips, these Better Maids, and they're made in Detroit, right? I grew up on these things, and my crazy butt probably a couple of days ago, I ordered like boxes of these. Any Detroiter will tell you these freaking chips. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So I know I need to stop eating all those chips. So this is what I said. I still have like a couple boxes of these chips left, right? It is October 20th. I'm going to finish all those boxes. That is what I will do. I'm going to finish all those boxes, bags of chips. 1 November, I'm going to wean myself off those hot chips and any other hot chips as well. I'm going to do it because it was kind of alarming when she said that my cholesterol is too high. And I know the reason why, because them freaking chips I just showed you. That is my weakness. Potato chips, French fries, Italian food. So I need to kind of just chill on that a little bit. So my goal is July of next year to have my cholesterol significantly lower than what it was in my appointment yesterday. Now, it's going to take a lot of discipline. And I've done this before. I remember when I was in Kuwait, I did like a 90-day fast, actually a 99-day fast. And all I ate for those 99 days was lettuce. It was salads, more or less, but I ate a lot of lettuce. I would go to the DFAC, and I wouldn't eat any of like the meats or anything. As they used to have like Mongolian barbecue on Fridays and all that. I wouldn't eat none of that. It was just straight salad. In the mornings, I would drink, I made like a little smoothie. But afternoon, it was salad. Dinner was salad, and I was working out heavy, So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a challenge. And those chips are my weakness, man. It really is. It's a comfort food. I love the hot chips. I mean, it's just something. So that is something I think I'm going to do. But not before November 1st. Not before November 1st. I'm getting rid of all these. I'm going to intake all of these before November 1st. Doctor will tell me what I got to do. No, but seriously, take care of yourself. I think the biggest thing about this opening remarks is take care of yourself, get healthy. And that's what I'm going to do. So 1 November, I'm going to eliminate the chips, eliminate all those fun foods that I like, and just get my cholesterol down low. Cause I'm trying to live. Some people used to PT for score, just need the PT to win, to live, I should say. Well, you're winning if you're living. So again, those are my opening comments, my opening remarks. Take care of yourself. Be healthy. Do everything you see. Now I'm touching these bags. I shouldn't be doing it. Do what you need to do to be healthy. Be solid. Next up is Way Back Wednesday. We're going to talk about when I first met my wife in the Marine Corps. Such a monumental time in my life. Monumental. All right. So stay up. Way Back Wednesday is next. How I met my wife. Way Back Wednesday. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Again, you are tuned into the Trust and Believe Nomad Cast. I'm your humble host, Damon Anderson. Like, subscribe, follow YouTube channel, Retired Master Sergeant 20, and all your favorite podcast networks. All right, today for Way Back Wednesday, I'm going to talk about how me and my wife first met. And we're going to talk about, again, how we first met all the way to where we're at right now. I'll go back to places we've been and all that and everything. So I want to take it back to 1996. I was already 2 years in the Marine Corps. We were stationed in Yuma, Arizona. And my wife, she ended up getting stationed in Yuma, Arizona in 96. And I want to say probably early 96 or maybe spring 96, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, it was 1996. And the first time I saw her, I used to live on the third deck. In the Marine Corps, they're not called floors, they're called decks. I stayed on the third deck of our barracks 720, Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma, Arizona. I stayed on the third deck and she stayed on the second deck. And I've seen her before because each deck used to have their own laundry room. And if I remember, I think she was in the laundry room when I first met her. But I didn't know who she was. She didn't know who I was. So it was just like, a hi, hi, and that was that. But as time went on, we would pass each other, through the hallway and everything, and just hi. So then we started getting, real cool. She would just come to my room and this is after we started knowing each other. She would just come to my room all the time and just hang out, and I used to be like, man, you from Kansas? So, man, I ain't never, known, black people from Kansas. That was like a joke back then or whatever. But, we hit off real cool, man. It was cool. It was, I think even before we were boyfriend and girlfriend and subsequent husband and wife, we were just cool. We just kicking it. I'll be in my room if I'm ironing like a shirt or something, if I'm going somewhere. She would come in, she would finish the ironing, and then I would show up to her workplace, and everything was just cool, man. It was a great time. So then I think we realized that maybe we want to take this from just hanging out, being cool, to possibly being boyfriend and girlfriend. Again, I'm on the third deck, she's on the second deck. It's like, man, my girlfriend lived downstairs, At that time, it was real fun. We was just chilling, man. We was just chilling. We was young people, man. We just enjoying life. We was finally realized, okay, let's start really taking this serious. So we met again, 1996, but August of 97, I think we say, you know what, let's start being boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's make this, really serious. And so we would go to the movies, man. We would go to dinner. We would drive, go to Phoenix, Arizona, go to the malls up there. And it was just, man, we were just kicking it, man. We was chilling. Now, her work schedule in the Marine Corps was different from mine. Mine was pretty much Monday through Friday, and I didn't really work on the weekends unless there was like a mission or anything. But her work schedule, she worked at nights on base. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I think she was off like that Friday, but would go Saturday night, Sunday night. It was her work section. It was some crazy work schedules. But we was chilling, man. We was both, at the time I think I had made corporal, and I think she had made corporal around that time as well. So, we're just like, we're just chilling, man. And then next thing you know, we was like, hey, let's elevate this, man. Let's get freaking married. So we made it official that we were boyfriend and girlfriend August of 97. And we got married November of 97. And we didn't do like, a big old thing, man. We went to the freaking courthouse in Yuma, Arizona, and got married on November 17th. And hey, we're married. So when we went back to the barracks, as we was driving back to the barracks, it was like, man, we're husband and wife now. And I'm like, yeah, wow. I'm saying to myself, like, man, my wife is sitting right there. It's like just weird. And then when we got back to the barracks, she went to her room and I went to my room on the third deck, and it was like, man, my wife lived downstairs. So then I think that next week we started the process of moving out, getting a apartment and everything. But what messed us up is that we didn't, I don't think we brought our marriage certificate to the S1. We kind of just moved out. Because I don't remember us receiving any BAH. I forgot what the Marine Corps called. It wasn't BAH. But I don't remember us receiving any BAH. And so fast forward from the time we got married in November, I was discharged honorably. I was discharged from Marine Corps in January of 98. So from November 17th, no, actually the week after we got married, we got an apartment in Yuma, Arizona. But I don't remember us, I'm trying to think back. I don't remember us even having BAH. Oh, what the Marine Corps called it, I forgot. I think we were just paying out of pocket, because our apartment, we was paying out of pocket for a lot of those expenses. And typically, you file for BAH, you show your birth certificate, your marriage certificate to the S1, and then you get your, get your allotment for your housing and everything. But I don't remember us doing that, because I remember it was a struggle, man. And then when I got out the Marine Corps, we went from 2 corporal paychecks to all of a sudden 1 corporate paycheck. Oh, by the way, we found out we was having a baby. So now we got a baby on the way. We're brand newly married, have no clue about anything about life. And it was a struggle initially, just like most marriages. It was a struggle initially because her bills became my bills and my bills became her bills. And we're like, hold on, man. What's this bill at Macy's? Well, what is this bill at Dillard's? Because Dillard's was like a big store out there. A lot of people familiar with Dillard's. And so I'm like, well, I want to spend, $150 on some Jordans. Well, I want to spend something at the whatever store. So we will butt heads. Just again, I was 23. She was 20. She was already pregnant. So we got a child on the way. Not only that, we had to figure out how to live together, which was a struggle. We had to figure out how to communicate, because it wasn't no more just, me being single, her being single. I mean, we're united in this. And the first few years, again, just like any marriage, it was a struggle because I don't think we learned how to communicate with each other. We didn't really communicate effectively. We communicated, but it wasn't effectively. Because I think we were still, at least for me, I was still in that mindset. Well, this is mine. These are all mine. This is not yours. This is mine. And so it just went on and went on. And so then when I ended up joining the Army, and that was huge because now we're trying to figure out our marriage and do everything. And now I'm leaving to go join the Army, and she's still in the Marine Corps, right? Fulfilling her contract. I'm in another country by myself. Oh, by the way, we have our child. It was a tough time. But you know what? We kept going. We kept going, and we kept going. We never gave up. We never, quit or anything like that. And now I look at how we are now. We getting ready to hit 24 years of marriage. Next month to be 24 years of marriage. And I can tell you, there's no other woman I will want to be with outside of my wife, because she has challenged me. She has disciplined me. She has made me effective in my thinking. All I thinking is collaborative, of course, but she has made me truly, she's been an inspiration. Well, I don't say she continues to be an inspiration. And I admire my wife. I mean, because it's tough, man. I think about all the times I've been deployed. She's at the house, making sure the house is good, making sure our kids are good to go, making sure, she's trying to, get her career and figure her things out, all the while supporting the household while I'm over there in Iraq, while I'm in Kuwait, or while I'm doing the dependent restrictive tours in Korea, and everything that the Army wanted me to do. She maintained the household. So, you look at that and people always say, well, thank you for your service. Well, I really have to thank my wife for her service, because I don't know where I would be without this woman. I really don't. And I tell people all the time, I even told my mother this. I told my wife as well. I believe my wife saved my life. I believe my wife, I don't believe, she saved my life. And I say that because when I was deciding to get out the Marine Corps, that's when we was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get married. That was one of the preludes to that. Let's just go and get married. So I'm like, okay, because what I was going to do, to be honest with you, I was going to get out the freaking Marine Corps, go back to freaking Detroit, and do whatever. I had no clue what I was going to do. I probably was going to go stay back with my moms. And, ain't no telling what I would have done. I think the fact that when she said, you know what, I know you're getting ready to get out the Marine Corps. Let's just stay here. Let's get married and we figure it out. And I will always say she saved my life, because I would have not become the person I am now. First of all, we wouldn't even probably been together if I had just went to Detroit. So I'm glad when we had that conversation about getting married, and I'm so thankful that we did. I am so thankful that we did that, because she truly saved my life. I would take that to the grave. I always say, I'm going to take this to the grave. There's a lot of things I would take to the grave, and I will say that. Truly saved my wife. And then, of course, having our children just enhanced that decision. Because I tell you, man, it's been a blessing. Anybody that's going through any type of marital issues, and I got it. Some people just don't belong together. Got it. Understood. But I tell you, man, we've stood the test of time. We met challenges. And we just overcome them. We met our obstacles. I'm not going to say everything has been storybook and Hollywood and pretty, but I believe you have to sometimes get them hands dirty in order to wash them hands clean. And we did that. And we continue to do this. Again, we're coming up on 24 years of marriage. Every test that we had in life, individually and collectively, it can be a testament for other people that's going through it. Because don't believe the fact that marriage is a failure. No, it's all about the two parties involved. Again, some people don't belong together, right? But some people do. But how do you make this work? It's like anything. It's going to take work. It's going to take a lot of digging. It's going to take a lot of land, concrete, just like building the building, building the road, making this roadmap of success. Stay with it. If you're in a marital situation, or boyfriend, girlfriend situation, nothing's working out, trust and believe, right? If you stay with it and lean forward, fight for each other, everything will work out, everything. But you got to believe, man. You got to believe. You got to pray. You got to have the right people around you. Your circle has to be tight, where it's not a lot of outsiders around, because remember, if you have a lot of these outsiders around, it can influence decisions, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I know I got off track a little bit, but I just want to say she continually saves my life, and I just thank her for everything. And I know she's gonna watch this. She's gonna be like, "Oh, baby," So, man, I tell you, he's truly saved my life, giving me two beautiful children, man. Just maintain the home front. That's why I do anything, right? And I continue to do anything for her. But I tell you, man, again, that time, especially when we were young, we didn't envision this. We didn't envision being together 20 plus years. Shoot, I don't think we even envisioned being together 10 plus years. But we navigated through it. I think about all the assignments we've been through, all the way from the Germanys to the Fort Hoods to the Fort Lewises, to the Koreas, to the Iraqs, to the Kuwaits, to the Michigans, to the Fort Irwins, and the Koreas again, then the Japans, and at our local place now. It's been fun, man. It continues to be a great ride, and now I know we're getting ready to transition into this afterlife, if you will, where soon in the next few years we'll be what they call them empty nesters. And I'm looking forward to that, where we could just get up and go. Ain't telling nobody where we're going. Man, I just hit my keyboard. Ain't telling nobody where we're going, and just leave. Because I look at a lot of people now, their husband and wife, man, they just get up, they go into Greece, for 2 weeks. So they take a cruise here. And I'm so ready to do that. And we can do it now. But I think when the kids get out of this freaking house, all you parents, you probably know what I mean when I say that. Once our kids get out of our house, right, we can really just do the things that we really want to do, because we owe ourselves that time for each other. Yeah, you have your time individually, but you also want to have that time collectively as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But again, man, it's been a beautiful ride. It continues to be a beautiful ride, and I'm enjoying it, man. It's like when my wife is at work, and then, I'm at home, and then, my daughter comes home from work and my son comes home from school. I love them, but my completeness is not fulfilled until I get the indicator that my wife is in the neighborhood. She's en route. And then when she come home, it's like, okay, now I'm complete. Everything is centered where it needs to be. So Dan, I tell you, man, again, if you're going through any marital issues or anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, relationship, stay with it, man. Find those reasons. Sometimes you got to take yourself out of the situation and do the things for the greater good. What is the ultimate goal? You want to be there for that person, have that person there for you. I even remember as a youth, right? I used to always me and my friends would go to the mall, especially during holiday time. We would go through the mall, and I would see like boyfriend and girlfriend, the husband and wife, no matter the age. And, I talk about yesterday, imaginations. I was so imaginative when I was younger. I used to look at that. I was like, man, that got to be great, man, to be with somebody, man, to have someone hold your arm and all that. And this was a young cat. I was thinking about this type of stuff. And I will say a lot of my things I imagined in life, they came to fruition as I grew up, being an adult and everything. But I tell you, man, every day I'm happy. Every day I'm happy. It's positive. It's constructive. We continue to learn about each other. Again, we're going on 24 years. There's still things that we're learning about each other. It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm blessed. I'm happy. And we just going to keep this sucker going, man, because I'm like, shoot, we 20 plus years in now. You ain't getting rid of me, girl. You ain't getting rid of me. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to just kind of talk about that. I know the whole topic was, way back Wednesday and how we got married and everything. And I know I kind of went off the rails a little bit, but, this woman just brings me so much joy. I'm happy. And I think it's important that, us men, mature men, right? We acknowledge, man, hey, I need someone in my life to ensure my compass is centered. I'm navigating on the right path. Because I tell you, man, my path has been great. It's been some rocky roads, but a path has been great. You know, I got my wife on the side of me, man. We rocking, we rolling, man, and we just trying to enjoy life, man. And it's a beautiful thing. So if you're out there and you haven't found that significant other, continue to look, man, because no one needs to be by themselves. You always want to be with somebody. You know, Hollywood will tell you, do it by yourself. There's some things you can do by yourself, but it's better to share that with somebody. Share that experience, man. Share the sitting down at the table talking to somebody, your significant other, whether it's a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever your situation is. It's beauty in that, man. Just sharing a meal. Hey, let's go dinner. I'm going to take you shopping. No, I'm going to take you shopping. Sitting in the vehicle together, sitting in traffic together, taking a walk together, going to the grocery store together, making the shopping list together, going over the bills together. I mean, cleaning up the house together, watching TV together, having pillow talk together, brushing your teeth in his or her bathrooms together. I mean, there's beauty in that, man. There's beauty in that. So again, man, I don't want to take too long today. I know y'all probably like, God dog, dude, I went off the rails, but you know, the whole point is I just want to kind of tell the story on how we met. And I tell you, man, it's been a great ride. It continues to be a great ride, but you got to put the work in. That's what I tell people all the time. The young soldiers, I used to tell them, you have to put the work in. You got to marry the right person for the right reasons. Because a lot of the service members, what they'll do, they'll meet the boyfriend or a girl at AIT or the MOS school or whatever. And then, hey, I want to try to get out the barracks. Let's get married. That never works out. That's what we used to call a contract marriage. It never works out. Be with the person for the right reasons and the right thing will happen. Always, always, always. So again, I'll go ahead and leave it at that. So I appreciate everything. Again, you guys tuning into the Trust and Believe Nomad Cast. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the words. Appreciate everything in the comments. My subscriptions again are increasing. My downloads are increasing. And it's just a good thing. It's just a good thing to continue to do this. Again, this is my therapy. You know, my doctor asked me yesterday when I was at my VA appointment. He said, what do you do since you've been retired? I said, well, I'm doing a lot of finding myself. And she was like, how so? I said, you know, I host a podcast, the Trust and Believe Nomad Cast. And I kind of talk about my life experiences. I don't notice why I've been holding my head like this. I kind of talk about like my life experiences and everything. And it's been truly great, truly remarkable just to be able to kind of communicate with the people that I already know and communicate with the people that I do not know. Because I've always wanted to talk into a microphone. You know, back in the day, you had to, you know, go to school to learn some of this stuff. But hey, man, it's all learning on the fly, man. So I told her this is my job, you know. I film it, I edit it, produce it, do all the etc. Set the title cards and do all that. And it's fun. Fun. So again, continue to appreciate that. Tomorrow we will go into sneaker stories on a Thursday. I don't know what sneaker I want to talk about. I got to probably look in the closet and kind of figure out which ones I want to talk about. But we'll definitely talk about that. Sneakers on a Thursday. And just like every day of this week so far, I've been leaving you guys with little nuggets. So today I want to leave a nugget. You know, again, it's about life and things of that nature. I don't know why this boom. I got to tighten this boom arm up a little bit. It's all about life and everything and how you look at life and how you should proceed with life and proceed with caution. So I just want to tell you a story about a knife and the melon, right? No matter if the knife falls on the melon or if the melon falls on the knife, at the end of the day, the melon is the one that gets hurt. Take that. Appreciate everything. See y'all tomorrow on Sneaker Stories on the Thursday. Be safe, be sound. Talk to you later. One love, y'all.